And there we are, everybody. We are live to tape, or I guess live to digital, or live to
Stream
computer, whatever. Welcome to. I'm gonna get this right. Solid oxide, right?
That's right.
Yeah, I did it. I did it, my friend. This is everybody. This is Joe, and you tell. I don't want to massacre your last name, so you give me your name.
Duskowich.
Duska. That's not too bad. Duskowich.
No.
There you go.
Flows up very easy.
There you go. Right. It's not that bad. Yeah. So here we are, and this is episode 2, I guess, of the Sci-Fi Guy Pulse. So what am I saying? I was just on the Tacky End Pulse Sci-Fi Guy podcast. Joe's coming on board, and hopefully it'll be sort of like a rotating co-host. We'll see, and we're gonna do stuff next week, and we'll see. But welcome, Joe. So let me we start off. I mean, look, it's sci-fi, so we all know that everybody who's watching, I would hope, is either into it or loves it, like we do. So can you tell me, just like when you first were aware of like loving science fiction, or whatever?
Well, yeah, absolutely. Growing up, I watched Star Trek a lot on the TV. It just seemed to be always on in the background as I kept, coming up through my teenage years. Just paid attention to it, kept it in the back of my mind. And like when Battlestar Galactica came out, that's when I really made the big switch over. I know with that really, that's why I liked 2009 Trek, the movies, a lot, is because I felt like they had a little of that Battlestar Galactica feel to it. So it was kind of like, as I was growing up, the mature themes and the scientific, what's the word I'm looking for here?
Like the technology. There you go. Technology.
Yeah.
There you go. Tech and
the scenarios and the outcomes,
right.
And the how we get from one place to another, and does that make sense in the continuity of the world we're in? Is a big influence.
Yeah, like almost like a mirror or a lens.
Star Galactica like that had that. Early Trek had that. A lot of the best sci-fi has that, and I think that's a big problem in what you see with today's Trek. Is there is no continuity, there is no logical conclusion to come to, because everything's wonky and nothing makes any sense or nothing sticks.
Yeah, it's a problem, right? Yeah, it's a problem. It's really interesting time. It's great timing. I was just another reason I probably said Pulse. No, the Tachyon Pulse podcast that had me on as a guest last week. They just Jamie just dropped a new video, and this is amazing. I can't remember who said it for sure. I think Kate Mulgrew, who played Janeway on Voyager, and one or two other people say, excuse me, one or two people, other Star Trek alum, are saying, if Star Trek gets canceled, it's your fault. It's the fans' fault. Well, you know what? I gotta say, maybe
but they're calling Star Trek right now isn't Star Trek. So
yeah, but in a way, maybe she's right. Meaning, whomever's saying it, yeah, if you're not giving and producing a great show that people are watching, yeah, I guess meaning it's your fault in one way, but we're not going to watch. So then, hey, then it's our fault too, or it's just
I try to even find the positive in everything on my channel. I had some things to say about Discovery, how I thought, although not as iconic as TNG Klingons, those Klingons did look pretty intimidating. I thought they looked a lot like the Star Trek Beyond version of that bad guy. I think they kind of kept that, almost that kind of head structure. Looked similar.
Right.
What was I getting at here?
So you really love the makeup?
Oh yeah, no, I was trying to find the positives in that.
Oh right, yeah. Oh,
there was some things in Discovery that I did like, but in this new stuff, I can't find any positives. I can't get through the show. Yeah. Everything is low-brow humor, low-thought plot, and just you're going for the wrong audience with Star Trek.
Yeah. Right.
It's not sci-fi what you're doing.
Well, right, and that's a great point. It's a great point, because
like a soap opera.
Right, here's another great thing that dropped that Jay and I talked about. I made a video this week that Roger Avery, the Oscar-winning screenwriter who wrote Pulp Fiction with Quentin Tarantino, he's a huge Star Trek fan like us. And he went to Alex Kurtzman in the very beginning, I guess, right before Discovery had even assembled a writer's room. It was really, at the really inception, embryonic stages. And he was like, Kurtzman was like, "Get out of here! You're a dweeb. I don't want." I still can't believe you're. I mean, maybe he was saying it like in a kidding way.
That is a badge of honor. Kurtzman called
it. Really, I'll take it too. You want to call me because we're Star Trek fans, fine. But he goes, no, because I don't want anybody who has a fondness for the show. I don't want anyone, for the old show.
That tells you the problem right there.
There you go. So now it's pretty much been outed. Like
you're looking for a different audience.
Yeah, that's
under
public
the guise
information
of Star Trek. Yeah,
it's totally out.
Any surprise why you're getting canceled?
Right. And again, you know what? I could, like you say, trying to find optimism and things. I can almost understand him trying to do that. But then if the show came out and was really good, but it's not. You know what I'm saying? Like if it wowed us, like, wow. It's not.
Yeah.
I mean, at least no one I know pretty much likes it. So, yeah. Yeah.
No, there's nothing there. Nothing. Right. There's no love. There's there's nothing worth watching unless you're reviewing it to let other people know not to watch it.
Yeah, like I mean, in a way, I'm almost forced having a channel, and like when you're reporting on it, and I know your channel is fairly new, and you want to kind of report on things, but there's almost a limit to that too. Like there is. Yeah.
You also don't want to be. I don't like to make a lot of filler. I kind of like to cut BS and get to the point. And with that show and covering that show,
right,
never been more unmotivated to make anything Trek related. I mean, it's a real slog to even just review the show.
Yeah, you did a great one on one of the next gen video games, right? I think. Remember?
Oh yeah. Well, I played a lot of those in my lifetime.
Right. I did too. They're awesome.
I'm on the Sega there. I was just playing one. I picked up that Voyager that was on PS5 a little bit ago. I found it nice that in that Bridge Crew one, I could use that as a background and kind of use that as footage to describe what Trek even used to be and what you used to see, and then even watching that and going to watch something like that show that they have now it's light. God, it's awful.
It's like night and day.
It's sense,
it's like mirror universe. It's like,
even in the first episode, you got they're in Starfleet and they're busted in on somebody and remove. I was like, what is this? This isn't really what they do.
And what's really interesting what you said, and again, very timely, and I hope it all works out. But I think the entire nation, maybe the world, we're all paying attention to Nancy Guthrie, Savannah Guthrie's mom.
Yeah.
Okay. So what I'm saying is, every minute I'm like kind of scoping out the podcast. I want to know more. What you said is now these channels are doing filler. They're going, and what if this? Like, come on! Like, I'm interested in the story, but how much can you do? Right?
Yeah, some of it's not the channels that are covering them. Definitely, some of them are using filler, but I mean, the show is essentially filler.
Yeah, but that's what tricked my mind. I was like, yeah, you're right.
Original. So you covering the unoriginalness of the show is. It's kind of treading old turf and all that stuff, but
and you don't want to become a channel
people paring that stuff down too. I mean, go for it. I mean, there's blood in the water on that one. Why wouldn't you?
Yeah, and you don't want to become a channel, and I don't either. Like I was even going over my last several videos about Starfleet Academy. I'm like, really, are you going a little overboard? I don't think so yet.
No.
But, I'm trying to bring a new angle and spin.
Get that shit under control.
Yeah, but I'm saying like I don't want to become the Starfleet Academy channel too, right? It's getting a little annoying.
No. Right. But I think touching on what they do now and contrasting that with the stuff they used to do of old, I think something good could come of that.
Yeah, good. Yeah,
there's got to be some middle ground in between foot humor and what we used to get, which was pretty thought provoking.
Right. And I even think back to when DS9 came on and Voyager, like the way they bridged the series. Like with
professional manner, and they went about it with some sort of plan in their head. the commander.
Right. Remember Deep Space Nine? Cisco meets Picard, and he's like, "That's
Exactly.
such a great scene." And he's like, "I love when Picard's trying to kind of dismiss him in the meantime," and Cisco's like, "In the meantime." Like,
Yeah, I
that's awesome.
definitely think TNG over Voyager had a more I'm not going to say laid back, but they had times where they serious and they had times they could kind of just dial it back. I remember Voyager always being very tense, and I'm not sure.
Yeah.
I have to go back and look at that.
Oh no, you're
But
right.
I do like
I
that
agree.
TNT had times where it was playing into, hey, I'm the captain, I'm in charge, listen, follow orders, and then it was time to like reflect and look on the orders you were given and fix your mistakes
Right.
and loosen up on the crew and let them unwind as well.
Right.
It's proper de-escalation, and I like that TNT took that.
Yeah,
route.
Mon
Some of their
Capitan, as Q would call him, Mon Capitan. Yeah, what?
Exactly.
No, I totally agree, and I always do kind of a rewatch on all the shows and whatever, and I'm doing a lot of Voyager lately, and I totally agree. Like, there's always this sense of that it's very tense because they're trying to get home. They don't got backup. They don't got star bases. They don't have any convoys and sister ships. Right? They're always
But
kind of
you can only stay in that wound up so tight mode so long before shit starts going back. It's like a spring. You got to release tension sometimes.
Yeah, I mean, and they play on the holodeck. There's some downtime kind of, but you're right. Comparatively, when you look at TNG or even DS9, right, they're always kind of ready. And of course DS9 with the Dominion War, forget it. And that became they were always
that was an extremely long segment. I kind of tuned out for a lot of that. The Dominion War was not appealing. It got a little long.
Can you tell me why? I don't want to probe like Barbara Walters here, but do you?
No, that's fine. I just remember, they were treading a lot of the same. I mean, how many different maneuvers can they do? Their special effects budgets are low, so when you're seeing a lot of the same footage, they're reusing in different scenarios.
Okay.
To the point to where you're noticing it in the show, and then to take that small amount you already have and spread it over. What was that? It was about 15 episodes in a season or something.
Do you mean the full Dominion War? I think it started in the 5th or 6th season, so it did like 2 whole seasons or more. Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, and I remember that, and I remember finishing up the first season of that. And then when I came back later, they were still finishing that up, and it would have been about 2 seasons later.
Yeah, because I pitched in the 4th into the 5th season. One of my times, and I remember talking to what was it, Hans Beimler, one of the producers, and he was like, "Yeah, we went over budget." He's like, "We went like 15,000 over budget. It was crazy." And what's really interesting is that you say, and again, I mean, it's your opinion. I'm not saying you're wrong, but Deep Space Nine is on record for the highest effects budget of all the shows because they had to do all the Dominion War stuff. Yeah, I'm just saying. And then they started to do everything digitally. It was the first Star Trek show to do everything digital. And if you look at some of the battle scenes, they're fucking amazing. They just are. Again, I mean, if you want to skip ahead, I could even give you a list and you could ask it. There are like 2 or 3 episodes. This is feature film quality. It's beautiful. So
I'll have to revisit it. It's just I don't have a good memory. Yes, not.
Yeah.
I'm probably wrong.
Maybe skip around because I agree with you. You could be a little too serialized. You have to go through every step. But again, like I can't remember the name because it's such a complex.
There was a lot of interesting things they could have touched on that space station. They were it's very big. There's a lot of comings and goings, and there's a lot of commerce going on.
Yeah.
And it really feels like they touch some occasionally, and things coming in like contraband and stuff like that. You got all that stuff in there.
Yeah.
I just I don't know, the Dominion War. I don't know. I wasn't.
Then it became all encompassing, right? Because once that, I think again, 4th to 5th, so really like 3 seasons, 3.5. That's all it was, right? There was no more exploration, really. There was no more sort of station politics. It was just Dominion. So yeah, in a way, yeah. So if you didn't like that, or if you weren't so sure you were going to watch for you, then I can understand. Yes. Yeah, but maybe do a rewatch. You see.
It also felt a little Stargate SG-1.
Okay. Interesting. One of my
No,
favorites. Love
I
Stargate.
like Stargate
Love
SG-1,
Stargate.
but
Yeah.
I would definitely say, it had that TV scaffolding for the writing and delivery, and it was noticeable in that in Deep Space Nine as well.
Okay.
It just felt like so cookie cutter, you could almost predict where the whole story was going. It got a little predictable during the Dominion War. There weren't a lot of surprises, a lot of ambushes, a lot of things that you would generally think of in a war as being a thing you have to deal with. So
Well,
it relied on a lot of wrong place, wrong time, and victim of circumstance.
well, let me say isn't this a great segue point and to say about your military background? Because I'm saying, and again, I'm not trying to speak for you and place psychologist Dr. Phil, Dr. Joyce Brothers, like I said, or Barbara Walters, but maybe because
You're doing a really shitty job at it, bud.
yeah, right, no degree here. Or Counselor Troy, definitely not. But what I'm saying is that if you with your military background, again, I just offer this up. Maybe that's one of the reasons, like you look at the Dominion War from a real life perspective in a way. I mean,
Well, yeah, I didn't back then though. Even I was a kid, but I think I could still notice it. Watching a lot of coverage of stuff like that, even as a kid before 9/11.
That's true, right? So that was before your military
It
career,
was,
right? Yeah, okay, yeah. So I'm really kind of jumping the gun, but what I'm saying now,
yeah. But I mean, there are definitely some tendencies there in itself.
Right.
The reason I'm looking at it like that is because how I know how it is, which means I had exposure when I was young. So
right, and then you can reflect
I'm
back.
generally seeing something other children or maybe even young adults weren't seeing at the time.
Right. I'm saying, but now with who you are now and with your history and your background, you can reflect back if you were to do a
I can
rewatch.
reflect that, and I was correct. It
Yeah.
was looking off because that's not
Yeah.
like how the real thing is done at all.
So I would encourage you. I'm just saying, like, really, maybe to do a rewatch and maybe just pick up.
I definitely will do that.
Yeah.
There's nothing on TV.
There you go. And I'm telling you, my friend, you're talking about certain episodes. I think they will really blow you away. And maybe it'll get, like you're saying, a little bit too into one tone, one vibe, one theme, maybe. But
For sure.
overall, good stuff. Really good stuff.
Yeah. Working on a Star Trek spoof myself right now.
Yeah. So right. So I know you said you bought some gear or even a costume or something.
Yeah. Bought a costume. Just gonna try to do another little fan film,
Right. Well. Wait. Now, maybe you can identify something. What's this? What's this?
Oh, it's
it doesn't even work.
It's a tricorder.
No, is it? No. What? That's not.
Oh, is that Doctor's What is that? This is the
communicator.
It's the communicator from the old one. Yes.
Yeah. But I got made to order here. Made to order. My lighting sucks. I apologize.
You got a phaser. Now you got the tricorder.
There
okay.
You go.
Again,
I wish I should have better. I gotta get another light in this room. This is crazy. Yeah. This is great. This is part of a book. It was like a little book, and this was kind of like a little prize with the book. I got it for this more than anything.
Yeah. I'm surprised you don't have one of those big Lego starships behind you.
I'm tempted, boy. Jay either
I don't even like Legos like that, and I'm just like, damn.
I'm telling you, right? Yeah. Because there's no way. All Lego usually goes up. That is going to probably double and triple in a year.
But I also know my patience, and I'm definitely going to lose the pieces.
Yeah. Well, you can buy. Of course, you can buy. It costs a lot of money. Then you can buy one assembled on eBay. I'm sure people will be selling on eBay already assembled.
That's awful.
But you pay through the nose. Forget.
I bet.
But yeah. So tell us, so you're just kind of in the planning stages. So you got some stuff.
Yeah. Actually, I wrote out a rough draft for the direction I want to go in there. Made sure I put in some room for jokes and even put in a few on the paper to make sure I do them.
Nice.
But yeah, it's just going to be real low budget, focus on the jokes and the corniness, the absurdity, and just, getting out there, trying to use as little effects as possible, trying to constrain to a budget, trying to work the imagination a little here.
So in other words, it's going to be boring.
No, not if I do it right.
I'm teasing you. No, really, because there's so much to look at. Look what we got now. We got complete I think it's 12 million for these new episodes. 12 million an
Yeah, I
episode
can
for this
promise I'm not
crap.
coming near that. I bought some fake teeth for a scene, so I'm coming in a budget of like $2.95.
There you go. But what I'm saying is they're giving us 12 million an episode, and what the fuck is it? Right. All these lens flares and all this good shit. Yeah, that's all it fucking is. So I'd rather watch something like
I've
yours or
seen
something.
better on half the budget.
And one of my huge passions, of course, since I was a kid, was just old movies and TV, even as a kid. And I look at the Twilight Zone. That they didn't spend fucking anything. Well, I mean, it was for the time, it was pretty good. That show will never get old. It's still incredible. There you go. You don't have to have every minute something.
Language and dialogue are always going to be the most important things when it comes to.
That's it.
When it comes to film, when it comes to anything in general,
right? Like I did. Remember, I think you even
change with with the tide.
Right. I think you commented it was that walking distance with the dude. He kind of goes back in time and shit. It's so great.
Yeah.
And as you know, there's not one special effects at the end with the carousel. You don't see any blinkies or lasers and shit. It's just him walking around. It's what the fuck. It's awesome.
Or I really like when they just leave you in silence and roll the credits. Leave you with what you saw, especially if they know it's good. It's kind of like a mic drop moment at the end of your film. It's pretty nice.
And then, of course, with Twilight Zone, you have Rod come in and you hear him submitted for your approval.
Come on, that's not only is it iconic, it's
awesome. Yeah, Man in a Strange Land, and it's fucking awesome. I could just listen to him all fucking day, And this is great. Did you know when it started?
It's also one of those shows that is very good and doesn't get mentioned. Outer Limits.
Oh, of course. But you ready for this? I don't know if you know this. When they started production of the Twilight Zone, they hired a dude to do the narration, and either he got sick or he couldn't show up. And they're like, "Oh, Rod, you do it." And they said, "You know what? You're fucking perfect. That's it." And the guy lost his job. Fuck, don't you? I love that.
That's great. That. And that's people discovering someone like that. You're filling in a role. They get discovered. His career explodes. Right. Sometimes stuff works like that.
Right. So and he was the creator and writer too, so he just did everything.
If there's a lesson to be found there.
Right. And again, you can't imagine, Rod Serling, his appearances and his voice is one of the elements of that show now. You can't divorce it. You can't detach it, right? It's amazing.
Not at all.
So it totally worked out.
One and the same.
Right. Awesome, good stuff. But so Outer Limits. If I was to pick another sort of competitor show of that era, it would be Outer Limits. Love Outer Limits. Just just keep watching that. I mean, there's so many. Demon with the Glass Hand. Just so many. Soldier. That was the one that later James Cameron kind of based Terminator on, and he didn't realize it, and he didn't give credit to Harlan Ellison. Harlan Ellison sued. He won in court, and I was like, "Go Harlan, fuck it." I mean, I'm not saying Cameron really purposely. He just no, I guess I forgot, and that happens. It's like that creation. You're not sure. It's like subconscious.
Yeah,
it's a great episode.
I was doing I've been showing people that Battlestar Galactica. I showed my sons that the other day.
You're a big BSG nut. No, I love it. It's great. You're really into it. Yeah, okay.
I really think that's the pinnacle top. Yes, I'm a Star Trek fan, even a Star Trek super fan.
Right, but
the only reason
is right after it.
Cool. That's definitely where it is. And I wouldn't even try to remake that because it was done so perfect.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just the best.
Right. So wait, quickly, I mean, come on. I know you'll probably laugh. Classic BSG and the new one. Do you have any love for the classic too? I know you love the new one.
Definitely, of course, yeah. But the two can coexist with each other.
I like that.
Like a reboot, but it's almost like a reboot, but it takes it into a different situation. So it's almost like both could be playing out.
Right. Right. Yeah. No, it's great.
Two different views of how different things could go down.
Yeah, look at even 2009 Trek. Like some people, I thought it was fine. I mean, look, it's not like I'm going to hang the mantle on my wall. But it was very well done. I think it got
it got very unfairly treated, just like Episode 1 did back in the day.
Yeah,
I wouldn't say it was quite the same level because Episode 1 got unfairly raked over.
I did an extensive rewatch on all the prequels. And I have nothing but look. I think I made you laugh the other day. I don't like Jar Jar. I almost like to fast forward to see Darth Maul. Okay, but other than that, those are great movies. I challenge anyone to tell me that they're poor movies. They're
Exactly.
great. They're done well.
They're making a new pod racing game. I'm excited about it.
Thank you. Thank you. I still prefer. You ready? My favorite of any film of Lucas has ever done. Wars is the speed bike racers in Return of the Jedi. Come on, in the forest. It's fucking amazing. And again, the pod racing's cool, but since it's like a game, like that, they're going for their life. The stormtroopers are getting hooked by the what is it? The branches and shit. I love it. Fucking, and that sound, woo, fucking awesome.
It's great.
I know, but so right now, here's a good one. Look, I know it's a very popular thing to always say, and I won't hate you. No, do you like the Disney Wars? Do you like the sequels? You tell me. I mean,
no.
Okay, I have no love for them either. I know it's sad. It's very sad. And again,
I gave them an effort. I saw 2 of them in theaters, and
I think Force Awakens was but I think Force Awakens was the best in a way. I was like the others. I'm just sorry. Yeah, I mean, at least Force Awakens tried to kind of reintroduce or
I'll say, Force Awakens was better than that other they did. 8 was
Jedi.
Return of the Jedi, whatever it was called.
What the fuck was that?
with the red planet and the clay and this gyroscopic thing.
I just keep saying WTF. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Why is this happening? Why is everything so dumb?
Yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah. I don't know who you are.
Yeah. And to me, again, and this is a bit of defense for J.J. Abrams and all. I think they should have done it. I think they should have done it years ago, right? I mean, they were getting old.
Why can't they make compelling bad guys? Why is everybody going to be dumb as a box of rocks? Why can't they make a bad guy that actually has plans, strategies, and goals, and enough ingenuity to get himself out of situations, which would make him the good bad guy in the first place?
Right.
They never give their bad guys any credit, so why should we?
Like what, Kylo Ren and shit? Like, be specific. Yeah, okay.
God, he was whiny, slammed his helmet.
Oh, man.
This guy is somebody?
For a while, I did a Twitter. It was called Laugh Trek, and I had a website. And I used to do every day. I used to do little memes and like GIFs, anime. And I did one of him crying. Ooh, ooh. And again, there's nothing wrong with crying, but your villain crying around like an emo dude, like what the fuck? I don't know. Yeah, I guess it's a different generation in one way, but I just can't see it.
Yeah, he seems emotionally compromised
or something. Yeah. And I could see, like, even look at Joker, like, whatever evolution Joker is, Joker laughs his ass off like a crazy fuck. Okay. No, I'm saying, but that's like weird. That's not like,
if Joker was gonna cry, he'd play into the crazy part of it. He'd come out with some burst. Or,
I'm saying that it is a different type of emotion than screaming, maybe, but it's fucking awesome. So maybe they thought, crying will be like kind of Joker or something. Whatever.
Yeah, that didn't work.
Nah. Not at all. Not fucking at all.
I said, the thing they did where they're holding up a piece of a broken sword or something, and they're
what the fuck was that? Right,
with a fallen Death Star, and
crazy.
Yeah, crazy. What is that? Treasure map crap they're doing?
I don't know. And I think, my friend, that is what we can translate and look at with new Trek as well. Meaning, at a certain point, like, you start to give up and like tune out, right? Because it's like you're not giving me what I expect or want.
Not respecting our intelligence.
Yeah, and it's like, hello. Yeah. Here's another good kind of side, but it's appropriate. I don't know if you know they're making a movie called The Hunt for Gollum, a new Lord of the Rings movie. I don't know if you're a big
fan. I didn't hear that, but I already have a feeling I'm going to hate that too.
I'm a huge classic Lord of the Rings fan, and even The Hobbit. The Hobbit isn't great. It's good though. It's worthy. It's almost like the prequels of Star Wars. I think they did. Jackson did a great job too, right? So they're doing The Hunt for Gollum, and it's sort of like it's like Rogue One. Remember, like a lost chapter. So it's in between, and the things I'm hearing about it, I'm just like, I don't know. I guess we'll take a look at the trailer. I guess we'll
Who's
see.
It for? Is it for Lord of the Rings fans? Because I don't think they want that.
I was gonna say I don't particularly want it, right?
Oh,
because you're just like go ahead.
the least most interesting part going on in all of that situation.
Yeah, and again, I mean, it's going to be a new original story because this isn't taken from Tolkien's books. It's just like he mentions it. It's a small
Gonna
like
probably
maybe.
just be like the video game they released on PS5 where he's just in the damn dungeon getting tortured the whole damn film.
Oh shit! So there you go. You missed the video. There you go. So you know that. What is it called? Do you remember what the name? What's it called?
I think it's just called Gollum.
Oh, it's called. Wow.
It's made by the same people who did a King Kong game. It's shovelware. Right. It's garbage. Don't see it. 1 minute review, real quick. It's a 1 out of 5. Don't buy that shit.
Really? And literally, but literally, again, it sounds like you're not even kidding. He's like being tortured. He's like tortured the whole game,
and it's torture to play it.
Right, but that's crazy. I don't get that.
No, it's just you're eating bugs, and your mission is to escape.
Right.
Or something, and
weird.
Good luck. It's janky. You're dying constantly. It's an incomplete game. They sold it. They ripped everybody off.
It's stupid.
Avoid that.
It's stupid.
But it highlights on what you're talking about, that they're making a Gollum movie or show project, and it's gonna suck just like that game did.
Yeah,
There's no love behind it. Nobody has any ideas. They're just churning up using the IP's name.
Exactly, and that's what one of the articles. I think it was from a British, a website, and they said, "Why are we getting this? Like no one, like you said before, no one really wants it." Well, we know why they're trying to make money, of course, but it's like, come on, like again, like with these Star Treks, like you just keep churning out another show.
If they're doing it with Gollum, they can reuse the sets. They can just have. I don't know what the plan is, but it's not a good plan. It's used to pinch money and not make a decent product.
Right. And again, here's another one. I got through, I think, 6 episodes. Rings of Power, Amazon Rings of Power.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's another one of those shows.
I'll just keep saying it. Wow. Come on, right? Wow, oh. And again, beautifully looking. I think was it 300 million or something? They spent hundreds of millions.
Yeah, it was like 300 million. I think that was how much the license cost for them to license the ability to make the show.
Yeah. And the costumes and the locations.
That wasn't including the budget for the show.
It's right. No, you're right. But I'm saying, but still, it was a fairly decent to really good looking at times. But I'm like, remember, talk about filler. There would be like whole 10 minutes where like nothing happens. They're just going around.
Knights of the Seven Kingdoms is phenomenal and is exactly. George R.R. Martin,
okay.
Game of Thrones.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So yeah, he released a short that's Sir Duncan the Tall and his Squire Egg. It's hot right now, and the show is done right. It has a way smaller budget, and it's just focused on the dialogue and the story and the pacing, and everything's perfect. And if you haven't checked it out yet, you gotta.
Well, you ready? Full revelation, full disclosure. I've never seen one episode of Game of Thrones. Never did. I not that I really didn't want to. No. I mean, I didn't have HBO at the time. You know what? I guess I'll finally watch.
That's understandable.
Yeah, but again, no. It's not like I was avoiding it, but I'm saying. But a good friend of mine, actually, a couple said it totally sucks because the ending and the last season is so.
That's exactly. I was going to say. I was trying to find a way to be like, all right, well, if you're going to start watching it now, maybe start with these because they're short. They're going to get you invested in the world. A lot of the characters will be mentioned in the bigger series. And it's still under the works. They're making this stuff when the guy writes it. So
but let me put you on the spot then. Are you the same? Do you not like the finale, the last several episodes of Game of Thrones? Because so many people hated it. They said it was shit.
No, I really liked the Battle of the Bastards. I think that was the peak of the show. Okay. So I could definitely see where after that it started to taper off and not live up to what we had saw in that episode.
And that's one of the episodes in the final season, the Battle of the Bastards.
I love the title. In the final season, I think it was around season 6 or season 7.
Is that an actual title? That's a fucking great title.
Yeah. Though that's
a great title.
The episode's
I love that. As a writer, if you could come up with a title for that.
Jon Snow going at Bolton.
Right.
So it's pretty brutal. The guy's an SOB, and he gets tarred up pretty good.
Nice.
It's pretty
Yeah, I mean, I'll eventually. I mean, there's got to be some good stuff there, and maybe I'll
there's
disagree
great
with
stuff
people.
there.
We'll see. Yeah. What about the spinoff that was the House of the Dragon? Whatever was it?
Honestly, I'm still waiting for that to pick up the pace. They're 2 seasons in. Nothing's gotten done. There's really nothing to report. Some dragons are flying around. Some people are dying. Remember their names for the life of me.
Yeah.
There's a lot of bickering between the two female leads in the show.
So it's getting like soapy, right? Getting like soap opera.
It's getting soapy and it's getting really dumb as far as the tactics and the assassins.
Yeah. And then I think they say, what is it? They try to make it they try to make it accessible, meaning it is a spinoff, but they try to make it accessible to new fans. So it's like, what are you doing? What are you producing this show for? It's like, where is your focus?
Yeah.
That's what I've heard, So right.
Do they have a plan? I don't know. It really seems like they start making these shows and the shows weren't written with an ending in mind or something. They don't they seem to lose direction after season 1 or season 2.
Interesting. Yeah.
And that's, when we start talking about that filler content in a lot of these new shows, that's exactly what I'm talking about. How are we in the same place at the beginning of season 1 and at the end of season 2? Right. No growth, nothing has really happened aside from a couple of really minute characters dying. Some of them off screen, which is bullshit to do in a game.
Oh, wow. That's a cheat. That's cheap. Yeah. That's really cheap. Yeah. Who wants to see that, man? Or not see that, as the case may be. Not see it. You're stupid. Yeah. What the fuck? Imagine that. Could you imagine, like in any big movie franchise, or like, oh yeah, by the way, they're gone. They got hit by a car. The other, what the fuck?
Yeah. Or walk out. Like the guy just making a grimacing face, and then it's implied they died.
Really, like a big close up. Oh, he's gone.
Or they're setting up to bring him back later, like he's not really dead. But that doesn't make sense either. Because why didn't the guy just kill him? Why do all the bullshit?
Right, it's fucking stupid.
They're trying to fool me, the audience, and that's what sucks.
You ready to go into real life again? Maybe I am obsessed with Nancy Guthrie. They had a big podcast. Some chick is running around on TikTok, whatever, goes, "Oh, it was a botched robbery." Wait a minute. Why would a guy go into a home, break in, right? Take not he didn't steal anything because the kids went in there, Savannah. Nothing was taken, but the only thing that was taken was the mother. Duh. I'm just saying, it's stupid, right? Yeah. So you got to put yourself in the mind of a real, kidnapper, whatever. Of a bad guy.
Probably don't want to say anything about that unless you know. So that she might be running around saying things you don't know the truth of.
You have no clue. And again, it'll be the last one. We'll go back to fiction. But the sheriff is like, well, we're not sure, but everyone is still a suspect, but the Guthries are not. So in other words, look, I don't think the kids or Savannah did this to the mom, okay? But what I'm saying, you don't know that right now. You have no idea. You should keep the investigation open, right? So I know it's weird. Anyway, because I don't really get into true crime.
Something. No, I'm not saying there isn't anything to find. But you probably should vet your information.
We need Columbo and Sherlock Holmes. Yeah, we need Columbo and Sherlock Holmes.
Yeah. Fact checking ain't a bad word. It's just something you should do to make sure you're getting correct information.
Right. And again, but it's interesting to make that parallel to what we're saying in terms of dramas to TV shows. And to say, because we know all this real life stuff that we see, sadly, real life crime, and say in your case, as a military man, what you saw being a military guy. So what I'm saying is, like, when you watch, say, any war movie or any movie with battles, you must have this perspective. Obviously, you have to.
I do. Well, let's see, if you're going to bring that up, I got to bring up one that did a phenomenal job.
Tell us, sure.
Warfare.
Interesting. Okay.
I mean, the military community will know the movie.
Mm-hmm.
I just had to give it a shout out since I had the opportunity. That movie rocks. Great job.
I should watch. Is it old or new? What are we talking about?
It's kind of new, but it's not a fun watch.
Okay.
Not really a kind of movie.
Okay. Is it any big names, or do you the cast? I'm just curious.
Yeah, Ray Mendoza.
Oh, sure, he's good actor, sure. And it's and I mean, quickly, like, is it just focused on the battlefield? Do you want to give a little summary? Just
it's focused on one battle in Iraq and the Navy SEAL.
Cool. Okay. Yeah. It's great. Yeah. I know. I think I'm off the top of my head. I say a Black Hawk Down. I enjoyed. That's a good one. I'm trying to think of war movies that that I've seen recently. Obviously, a classic would be Full Metal Jacket. Kubrick. No.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
That's fucking. Come on. You can't. I mean, anyone who wants to watch just a good drama, but then when you watch it, military, and then, of course, Vietnam War. Right? Yeah. That's incredible.
Oh, very true. Very true.
Yeah. And is it right when you watch that? And here's a great, because I was talking to Brandon about this. Are you kind of almost unprepared, or rather, you have to look at it and say, I'm going to see flaws. You know what I'm saying? You're going to see shit.
I don't really have to look that hard to see them.
Yeah, it's going to come right out.
That's what's nice about Warfare. There were no flaws.
Oh, so you're saying literally it's almost 100%. They don't fuck up. Yeah, I think I got to see it now. Seriously, I admire that. I fucking admire that. Even though, like you said, it's a hard one. Yeah.
I hated that Hurt Locker. That one sucks. That's garbage.
You know what? I ready. So I loved it. No, you tell me why it's garbage. No, seriously, you tell me. Tell me.
No one would do that. That's not how. That was
literally it just totally
walking around in a bomb suit playing Iron Man, wasn't it?
Right. So like it's like false. It rings false all throughout.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah, and then when they're firing, they got these. Yeah. They're addressing everybody with their rank, and then they're shooting at the enemy, and they're just a 3-man team running the whole show over there, and it's just it's a stretch.
And I think it won. Best. I'm just saying best picture.
Oh, it did.
I'm just saying, yeah.
I was deployed.
I'm not saying that makes it great, but it's interesting.
Came out and won all those awards, and when I came home, I was like, "Oh God, that movie sucks."
You're like, "What the fuck?" They're trying to fool everybody, or no?
No, that.
Yeah. Well, no, it's like even like maybe like when a cop, like when police officers watch a crime procedural, right? They have to know, they can't shut their brain off, right? They can't say I'm not going to be a cop for what. It's kind of impossible, right?
True.
So, yeah. But and here's a good one, because I know you are so into it as well, SG-1. So the other day, I was talking to somebody, I said, I think that's probably the most realistic, dare I say, in terms of like military and sci-fi. No, I mean, I think it's very well done.
It's pretty well done.
Okay.
I said, I really like SG-1. I think it's done TV well. It's done. It holds up.
Yeah.
The distinction I'll make between the Battlestar Galactica and the SG-1 is that is TV done well. Battlestar Galactica is more like major motion picture done well.
Yeah, I would, just seeing the trailers and just seeing, because again, I watched maybe 3 episodes of Battlestar, and it is really well done. Yeah, it is.
Yeah, I mean, they're just beating on drums. It has a little bit of Gaelic music in it. It's not really a show where they're getting a lot of wins. They're kind of getting their ass kicked all through. Right. And that's a unique idea. I like them using space as more like a map that is constantly changing to their retreat.
But remember,
it's trying to assemble some sort of hodgepodge plan to get away from the enemy.
But remember, space, the final frontier. I had to do that.
In this case, it's like the final resting place.
Yeah. No, and you know what? You really got me. Warfare. I'm putting on my watch. I'm going to.
That movie will make you uncomfortable.
Well, fuck it. I mean, and I'm gonna do a proper watch of Battlestar. Fuck it.
I'd love to hear what you think about it.
I know there's got to be some good stuff. There's got to be, yeah. Even though I love the class, I'm still a classic boy more. I'm still an old school classic boy more. But
make sure you watch it down in the day. You don't want to piss off your neighbors or something.
Yeah. I don't usually put because I don't even have a sound bar, but I got a 48-inch, nice sound system. So man,
I think you'll enjoy it. I think you'll see what it's getting at.
Yeah, but I don't know if I told you, it was great. Rest his soul. I interviewed Richard Hatch, who had a minor. Remember, they did like a 2 or 3 episode arc. And I think he was like a governor or like a politician in it. Remember, from Apollo from the old show, and he was awesome. He gave me like 2 hours. It was just an audio interview years ago, and then he passed on. But I watched like like I think his episode or two, to prep for it, and it was pretty good. Yeah. And then I had seen the pilot. I had seen the pilot too, and the pilot wasn't bad at all. Yeah, so I should. But that's it. I didn't really go back and watch after that. Yeah. But, and again, it wasn't like I didn't like it. I just think you get busy and you know what are you doing in your life and shit. Yeah. Right.
Yeah. As for right now, I'm just watching that Duncan the Hedge Knight show. I just finished up Fallout. That's really good. I played the video game.
You reminded me. I love the first season of Fallout. I have yet to see the 2. Every time I go on Prime, it goes, watch, Will, watch. There you go, right?
Yeah, you need to watch that. It's really good.
Second season is good because I love the first. The first was
Walt
awesome.
Goggins is an incredible actor.
Is he the fucking shit? He's awesome.
Yeah, he's the shit.
I think they should do a spin-off with the Ghoul or something. He's fucking awesome.
I'm sure they will.
Yeah.
But then again, every role I've seen him in. Yeah. I haven't watched The Wire. My first introduction was through Justice.
I've heard that, yeah. The Wire. I haven't either, but I heard it's good, yeah.
Then there was Vice Principals.
Okay, cool.
And he did the other one where he was some preacher or something.
Yeah, that's right. Yep. Cool.
Gemstones, I think it was. No, not
something Mighty Gemstones or whatever. Something. Yeah.
Cool. Yeah. Righteous Gemstones.
Righteous. There you go. Righteous Gem. Yeah. And who's that in that too? John Goodman's a really good cast. John Goodman, and who's the dude? He was in. It's an awful movie, but he was in Land of the Lost. Danny McBride. He's one of my favorites. He's awesome. He's really good.
Pretty great, yeah. And he was in another one with him, Vice Principals, like I had mentioned.
That's right. Vice Principals. Right. Did you ever see one of my favorites? Is the Foot Fist Way? Where he plays the karate school owner. Oh my god!
Oh shit! Yeah, I did see that.
I just roll, and I know the scenes, because I've seen it like a dozen times, of course, and I just roll still every fucking time.
That's great.
Awesome. It's so wrong. There's so many scenes that are just
I did
wrong.
Not expect to like him. He came out of nowhere with. He seemed, kind of.
A little cocky, like
a little cocky, a little arrogant, a little
right,
a little hyper. Like I automatically thought I wasn't gonna like him, but then he just won me over with his performances. Were just off the wall.
Oh, he's good. He wrote right. I think he
commands the screen in every show he's in too. It's really a talent.
Yeah, and did you know? I think he wrote 2 of the new Halloween movies. He's a good writer. I mean, I don't love those movies, but hey, in order for him to get a script sold and produced, that's pretty cool. So
dude, crushing it.
Yeah, he's awesome. Yeah, so, but so that's one of my favorites, and I think that was his first. The Foot Fist Way was like his first intro. It was like a small indie, and he did it with 2 buddies. I think produced, wrote, and directed, and he starred. And fucking, I just love that movie. It's awesome.
Yeah, Justified. He played the bad guy, Boyd Crowder. It was a great.
Oh, see, I've never seen Justified.
You gotta watch that one.
Yeah. Right. Yeah,
that is up there.
Yeah. Ooh, I got some alert here. All right, whatever. It should be fine.
More horrible news.
Nah. Like, what happens is because this is the second time I'm using this, and it said clear something out. And I'm like, I don't know. I mean, StreamYard is a website that I'm using to, do our podcast, and it just said something on StreamYard, do something. I'm like, I don't know. It's not my website. Sorry, but I'm sure it will be fine because it's still recording. But yeah, I think what's cool is when you find an actor like, say, Scott Coggins with Danny McBride, like you're gonna follow them in a lot of productions, right? You're gonna want to see other shit they do, and that's what led me to a lot of other stuff. Yeah, right. You're gonna want to have, like, I mean, for me back in the day, they're still so great is the old Hammer horror movies, Peter Cushing and Christopher Lee, and you want to keep watching, stuff they do all throughout their career. And you look at Christopher Lee, he became Count Dooku in the Star Wars prequels, and Saruman and Lord of the Rings. The guy was working up until like his late 80s. He was still crushing. It was amazing. Sleeping Hollow and all right.
Oh, that was a good one.
Yeah. But so what do you think? I know it's one of those questions where everyone's like, what the fuck? We don't know. What do you think is the future like for Trek? Do you think, like, people are saying, let's have a rest. Starfleet Academy is kind of canceling it. It's literally almost like canceling the franchise. Yeah. So what do you?
I think it can bounce back. Yeah. I think if someone writes something good, captivating, and delivers it well, I always think any of these IPs can bounce back.
Sure.
I wouldn't say the story that they've created is redeemable. I would say they're probably going to have to scrap that, but there's no reason you can't just scrap that and make something else.
Right.
Mistakes are going to happen, even with fully formed properties.
Right.
And you got to know which ones are good and which one's bad.
Right.
So I imagine if we're going through the bad right now, eventually something's got to get better.
Right. Right. It's like that dry period or that down period.
And there's going to be there's probably going to be a change into the guard. So they'll probably try to find talent and try to redeem them. So
right. And I think I do
try to accompany that by learning and writing myself.
Yeah. Good. Yeah. And it's
something it's going to get better is if the people who can do something do.
Right. Exactly. And I think that, the rest period, so to speak, I think is important too. People say like maybe, I don't know, 10 years. I think that's a little extreme. I think really even
extreme.
Yeah.
If it's done right and the person knows what they're doing, I suppose the turnaround time on the sleep could be low. But, they got to make sure they have this knocked out. It can't just be more spaghetti at the wall and see what sticks kind of shit.
Right.
Nobody wants that. Make something that works.
Right.
It's believable, that I can invest my time and will respect mine in return.
Right. Right. And it's funny too. In one of these articles, I was, again, the idea of Star Trek franchise, the Paramount Plus era as a failure. But they said the two shows that aren't really, ironically, of course, is Prodigy and Lower Decks, and those are the animated shows. Now, I'm not a fan of those, but people who love them, and they say they really are Star Trek. They really bring the same story, vibe and complexity and that we love. So yeah,
I played the Prodigy video game, and that sucks.
Really, I'd say they have a video game for everything. Yeah. It literally, like, you just couldn't get through.
I play everything they release as Star Trek. Right. That's my shovelware addiction.
Right. Yeah. And you say it's so bad that you can't even watch it. Yeah.
Honestly, I just buy them because of the name, and then I just let them die.
And is it just poor design quality or just what? Just this is crap.
The stories, the characters, nothing. There's nothing there. It's just animated. They're going for like a Adult Swim. Sometimes it feels like they're going for, and then like they're going towards Ben 10. And it's like,
really? You kind of like Ben 10, but that's not Star Trek.
What you want from your Star Trek,
right? Exactly. I think Ben 10 for what it was is a fine show, but that has nothing to do with Star Trek. No. Yeah, exactly. Right. Yeah. That's crazy.
I feel like some of the ideas they greenlight are just copycats of someone else's stuff.
Right. Seeing what is better or seeing what hits, and then
space is a perfect backdrop to where you can make up your own shit.
Right.
You don't need to do that. There's infinite possibilities.
Alexa, stop. That's our So we have another 7 minutes. We're pretty good. Go ahead. Yeah, I'm sorry.
I do have to start wrapping it up. They're getting ready to go.
Yeah, no, that's fine. If we could do another day. Yeah. But I think what you're saying, as our last kind of thought here, the idea is stay true to the core spirit of what the show or the franchise is about, right? Once you start going, like there's that old TLC song. Don't go chasing waterfalls. Don't stay to what you know. Don't go trying to fucking get something that you think is gonna work. That's gonna be better, right?
Yeah.
It's probably not gonna go well. All right, my friend. I understand if you gotta go. That's cool. No problem.
All right, man.
All right. So this was fun, and so we'll see you hopefully maybe next week or soon as a whole round table, and we'll get it going, my friend. All righty.
Sounds great, man.
Great. So, guys, thanks for watching, and we'll see you soon. Take care.
Thanks, everybody.
Bye bye.